Let's get
You're,
this shit going.
you're already
Let's do it.
you're already recording.
Hello, and welcome to
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, Henny.
with your hosts, Shannon,
If that dress were any shorter, I could see your English muffin.
Sally, and
I wouldn't talk. If that dress were any lower, I could see your Yankee Doodles.
Andy.
You are the trailer park. I am the tornado.
Featuring Shiloh
You're a raging Mo yourself, huh?
and Eva.
I'm going to take the high road. And not just because I'm high.
What are Yankee Doodles?
I think they're boobies.
Okay. They're tatas.
They're totals.
Are they lady balls?
Lady balls. I've never heard that one before.
Haven't
Maybe I just made that up. I don't know.
Oh, okay. We're gonna start a trend.
Hey, everybody.
What's
Hey!
up?
How y'all doing?
I'm doing good.
I'm good. I'm tired today. How y'all doing?
Oh Lord, yes.
It was a Monday
All day.
Mhm.
all day long.
Yes, it was.
Ugh.
It was.
So what's going on? Seriously, what y'all do over the weekend? Andy, you had a little plexi action last.
OMG.
Right?
Why
Well,
do you have Plex, Andy?
Yeah, why is it you have to have flex?
well, there are two reasons. The main reason is because, for those of you that don't know, listeners, I have multiple sclerosis.
Mm-hmm.
The other reason is my immune system makes antibodies that don't like me at all. So they tried to destroy me. So the Plex takes the plasma out of my blood, and I get fresh frozen plasma, reinfused it and put back in my body.
So you're basically a vampire. Is that what
Pretty
you're
much.
telling us?
Pretty
Sounds
much.
like it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's why, Halloween's coming up.
So when they do it, I mean, it wipes you out, right? So you just get really sleepy.
It used when the process was long, it took 4 hours. No, I would sit in the bed and talk the whole time. But now that it's so fast, it's 2 hours or less. It just, the minute they start, it just, boom, I'm out.
Does
Actually,
it,
so,
does
right?
it suck it all out and make you really skinny and then you put it back in?
Yep.
You like shrivel up really, really tiny and then they
Yep.
put the blood back in and it fills you up back again.
Yep.
like a vacuum seal something.
Exactly.
And then
Yes.
push it back up.
Yes.
Exactly.
That sounds really
Um,
cool.
That,
But-
right?
Well, let's back up the day before that. We all went to see Company.
We did.
Even
We
Simon
Bobby,
Musical.
Bobby,
Bobby,
baby,
Bobby.
Bobby, darling.
So
darling.
how did you all like it?
Well, okay. First of all, it was really cold in there.
It was freezing in
Uncomfortably
there.
cold.
Yes.
Which bothered me. And I was sleepy too. It's good. I mean, like it wasn't the best I've ever seen. It definitely wasn't the worst I've ever seen, but I enjoyed it.
I think
What about y'all?
it's one of my top 10.
Is it top 10?
Yep.
Okay.
This production?
No, not this production. We saw
Oh.
it. We saw it
No.
2 summers ago
Yeah.
with Patty LuPone and a couple other people.
Yeah.
Well,
It was fantastic.
that kind of changes things,
Well,
right?
and we were on the second row. We were 10 feet from Patty LuPone.
Yes. Yes.
The queen herself.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I liked it. I mean, I like the show. There's one thing about the show that annoys me is it's way too long. It's one of those Sondheims
It's
that
long,
just goes
yeah.
on and on and on, which when I see it again, I'm like, oh, I remember that song that I like. Another 100 people got off of. Like, there's really good songs in it, but we could have cut 2 of those at least somewhere in there and made it a little shorter.
Usually, I feel like they make them longer on purpose because Andy knows this, but Shannon and I are all about a 90-minute musical, no intermission. Get it? I feel the same way about a movie too. Like I don't want to go and sit somewhere for 2.5, 3 hours.
No.
So, and the thing about like plays like that, when there's an intermission, it's just a rush. You feel like you have to go to the bathroom. You have to do, and it's just like throwing elbows, knocking people down. It's
and I know
anyway.
I mean, I know that like they want to keep it to the original, like all the songs. They don't want to mess with it because people say, "Why are you?" That's a classic. But I'm like, it's 2024. You can update some of these to make them shorter, right? They're
I mean, they updated Oklahoma to make it awful. So.
Make it terrible,
right? That sucks.
There you go.
But they did update Company in a sense.
It's a woman.
It's a woman and the
gay couple.
The gay couple getting married.
Yeah.
And
so Company, the original Company was about a man.
Yes.
Yeah, Bobby.
Robert Darling.
Yeah. Oh, I thought Bobby was just Roberta.
No. Well, for this one, yeah.
Yeah.
And the Patty LuPone character, Joanne, her husband was black in this one.
Yeah, that wasn't original.
Yeah. So they changed a couple things.
So I thought it was. I mean, I thought it was good. I thought the gay couple was probably the best part of it.
Yeah.
Though. I mean, I thought they were really good.
Yeah.
The other couples didn't really make the one with the color hair. I don't know. Remember what couple, but that was kind of like that was kind of a throwaway. Yeah. But anyway,
though I think the New York production was better than we saw.
Yes.
Anyway, so we did that on Thursday. Then Friday.
Oh wait, stop. Hold on. The other thing, starting at 8 p.m. is not appropriate for a 2.5 hours and 40-minute show.
Thank you. It was after 11:30 when I got home.
Yeah.
On a school night.
And every other show it's 7:30. Why are we starting at 8 p.m.?
Why like I didn't understand that.
Did you write a strongly worded complaint letter, Sally Ann? Because it was cold.
No, I probably should.
And it was and it started at 8.
I mean, well, there's a lot of older people in there older than us. Like
I know.
But they have the beauty of not having to work the next day. Whereas
true.
You know. True. I had to get to work the next day. So
we did that Thursday, then Friday I had Plex. Saturday I slept most of the day. I was wiped out from Plex. And then yesterday I met the boys out for some cocktails, and that's it. That was my weekend.
Sally Ann, how was Austin?
Well, I got up at Saturday and I didn't do anything Friday. Saturday morning I got up. We left here at 7 for Austin. Beat the traffic. We were worried because Baylor had a home game at like 11. And so we knew, we'd be hitting both Waco and Austin traffic. But we got down there. We made really good time. We got down there. I mean, I thought Texas was going to put up 100 on us. I mean, honestly, we looked okay. Yeah. We had a great time. We had a great day. I was hanging out with some friends I hadn't seen in a while and some friends I see often. I will say, I drank way too much. It was just an all day drinking thing. It started with mimosas, walking over, beer, a Jello shot, strongest Jello shot I've ever had too. So yeah, but you know what? We had a really, really good time. Like we had so much fun, and I was stressed out about it because I knew we were going to get beat. I thought traffic was going to be really bad, and I knew it was going to be really hot, which it was really hot. But it was nice. We had fun.
Well, so, you got that first half. I mean, if you guys had scored touchdowns instead of
we'd gotten a
field goals, you would have been right in it. So you guys did well. Yeah.
And then so yesterday morning got up really early. I was home by 10:30 yesterday morning. So
how are the Longhorn fans to you as visitors in Mississippi State?
They were pretty nice. The ones we came across. Yeah. We didn't come across any real assholes. So
Yeah.
they scored a few points in my book with that. So
Did you see what's his
no,
name? What's always at the game? What's his
no.
name?
Matthew McConaughey. No.
All right. You didn't see that. Okay.
He looks horrible.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's is he too skinny? What's he got going on?
I don't know. He looks just haggard. I saw a video earlier of him.
Yep. Well, so Saturday morning, Eva and I and Michael Little and Timmy played pickleball while you were driving. We were playing pickleball at 7 a.m. down on Cole Park for an hour and a half. So we were up and active. And
wait, what time did y'all start playing pickleball?
7 a.m.
Dang.
As the sun was coming up, we were playing pickleball. So
yeah. And there was already people.
Hot. Yeah.
There was already people everywhere.
Yeah.
Like
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those courts are really busy. So
where y'all play?
Cole Park in Uptown right there.
Okay.
So we did that, and then of course afterwards we had to go get a Bloody Mary because that's what you do if you play pickleball. And the hidden door is open, so that's that's the other reason.
Going to the hidden door.
And then we all went and did our separate things in separate ways, and then met up. And then I went to the horse races on Saturday night. So that was fun. I did not. I didn't pick any winners. It was they do the short track. It's not the long way around. It's the 300 feet short ones. It's because it's off season. I had never done that before. So it's over in 12 seconds. The race is like, yeah. So, but they were running the horses till like 11:30.
Wow.
I'm like, oh no, we're out at 9:30.
Go to bed. I mean,
no, we left at 9:30. We were like,
do horses like staying up that late?
I don't know.
They keep
But
them up.
I will tell you, these friends from work, or I used to work with, got us tickets, and it was $1 hot dog night and $1 beer night. Oh no, never again. No.
Dollar beer? I don't know. I've been anywhere for $1 beer since I was like in college.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, the stupid thing is like they have all these places to eat, but none of them were open. They were just selling $1 hot dogs. Well, not all of them were open, so the lines were crazy. And so it took forever just to get a hot dog or a beer. And then the bar service, they had like one open. And so it was lines there everywhere. So I'm like, didn't staff this very well. So we won't be doing that $1 beer hot dog thing again. We'll go to the horse races, but not for that.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me. When I was in college, we had this bar across the street called The Money. Or the real name was Daddy's Money, but we just called it The Money. And on Fridays, they had nickel beer, quarter wine, and $1 drinks.
Oh my.
That'll get you. I had a girl that lived across the hall from me when we lived in the dorm, and we'd scrape up change and go out on nickel beer night. I mean, all you needed was, 35, 40 cents.
Yeah. We had a bar on Wednesday night. It was 50-cent vodkas. So we would go.
Oh my God.
It was only till 8:00. So we would go early and drink, and then we'd buy a table full of drinks. So just
Did y'all ever go anywhere early, like say in the afternoon, and get stamped and then go home?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. So the other thing we did,
Christians.
and then we'll move on. Yeah, whatever. ACU. The other thing we did, we went to Weezer last night. The Weezer
how was that?
concert. It's so good. So good.
So
Yeah,
you,
it was.
brothers and IT Timmy from IT.
Yes. Yeah, Timmy from IT and my two brothers, the four of us went, and obviously great seats. Thanks, Brandon. But an amazing show. And they're so much fun. If you ever get to see them.
Really fun.
Yeah. And even though you don't know like my brothers know all the songs, I knew 3 or 4 of them, but I mean, they're just so good. They're so fun. So
Awesome.
2 thumbs up for Weezer. I'll give them that. 5 stars.
Awesome.
Hi, Eva.
Hi. Sorry.
Huh?
How was your weekend?
What'd you do this weekend, Eva?
It was good. Like I said, we played pickleball on Saturday, and then we went to the Allen outlet malls.
She went shopping.
Or the outlet mall. We went shopping, which it's like we're gonna go clothes shopping, but it ended up being shoe shopping because we
It always does.
Where'd
more
y'all?
shoes.
What store did you go to up there?
We went to the Ralph Lauren store because that's where Rick, which let me say this. I'll save that for another thing. for the later portion.
Okay.
But we went to the Ralph Lauren store, went to the Penguin store, which the Penguin store had a really good sale going on. We also went to Lacoste, and we went to Hugo Boss. And what other places did we go? Yeah, I think that was it. The thing with that is that with the outdoor malls, it's like you want to go somewhere, but then like you realize the next store that you want to go to, or one of them you want to go to, is like on the opposite
It's
side.
far. It's
So you either
yeah.
drive or you have to
Yeah.
walk. Yeah. And so, and then Rick was having a hard time finding the bathroom that was close, although there was like one within walking distance, and he walked to the other side for the other one. But yeah, it was fun. We did that, and
Always bad up there too. Was traffic bad? Was it
oh my
crowded?
God. Okay, so traffic coming down was the worst because we left there probably about 2 o'clock, and we got on because we went across the other side of the street to the Nordstrom Rack, and on that side because they have all the other little stores there and the Target and everything. But we were coming down, and it literally jammed right when you got into like Richardson. Approaching 635, it was like just bumper. It was just horrible, and I couldn't think like what in the world is going on. It was the fair,
Oh,
fair
wow.
traffic. It was
That
like,
far back?
Yeah, I mean, it was like bad. Like people were just after you pass 635, it was literally bumper to bumper to like Henderson, Knox Henderson.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
What's the
So
fair?
we ended up going on 635 to the tollway, and the tollway was completely empty.
When I come down to see y'all, that's how I usually go 75, 635 the tollway. Because going 75 down the whole way is just 75 is brutal. But also the tollway up in the north part is pretty rough. So if I can miss both of those. Now the interchange from 75 to 635 is always backed up, but once you get past that, it's not bad.
Yeah, it really wasn't. When they're always getting off of 75 to 35, 635 is always a little slower, but we were home within probably like 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes from there.
Okay, that's not
we would still be sitting on 75 right now. And then did a little Sunday fun day yesterday. And that was it.
Okay.
Rick's been working, so we're heading out on a trip tomorrow to Bogalusa, Louisiana. For any listeners in Bogalusa, we're on your way. We're on our way.
I bet we got
Rick's mom is having her knee replaced. And so on Wednesday, so we're gonna drive down there tomorrow. It's like 8-hour drive.
Yeah, I love you, Shirley.
You got a podcast?
Yeah.
Got a podcast lined up?
Right. And I've got my my usuals that we usually listen to, and then I need to find one, some roadside killer in Louisiana that heads into Mississippi or something like that. So we can see some historical points of interest.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we come back Saturday, so we're gonna stay there for 3 days. So he'll be working, I'll be working. I'm taking some work with me that I can take some data to analyze and stuff. So, and I'll be active on email. So
some data.
I have to do all that junk.
Are you taking your pumpkin spice trail mix?
No, I'm taking I always say scarecrow. My scarecrow mix, which is very delicious.
What's in that one?
It is the little Chex mix with like powdered sugar covered, and then it's got like peanuts and the little Cheerios, but they're covered in like orange candy type thing. It's really good. It's really delicious. But yeah, they sell that in the little bags. The candy corn one is the big bucket. But yeah, so we'll have some out at the Halloween gathering.
Sweet.
So you can have but yeah.
Awesome.
What's everybody drinking?
Do you
I'm
know?
drinking water. That's what I'm drinking.
I am drinking
limited edition Topo Chico.
So it's ginger ale. It's cherry flavored ginger ale. It's very good. But yeah, I had a lot to drink this weekend, so I'm
trying out.
Yeah,
I'm having
trying out
Gatorade. I too
Wow, We're all sober Sally tonight.
I had a lot to drink yesterday.
This podcast is gonna suck.
Welcome to my boring world of sobriety.
So boring.
Speaking of sober Sally, there he is.
You did, Andy. You were drinking. What were you drinking? 7 and 7 yesterday?
No.
So,
7 and 7.
No, it was
what was it?
it was worse.
Long Island.
No,
I was gonna do that, but I
it's
didn't.
a whiskey.
Makers.
Ugh.
Oh, I saw you come back with that. I was like,
Gross.
that is some weird looking cranberry juice.
It's really
You know, you
dark.
always do a splash. It was really dark, and I was like, oh, what are you drinking?
I'm ready to switch beverages, and I don't know what to switch to.
Well, that's a terrible choice.
Yeah.
Unless you want to become a man, don't drink Maker's Mark.
Recording in progress.
Oh, sorry.
What are you recording?
Nothing.
She's adding some redundancy.
Oh, she's having technical difficulties.
I've been having technical difficulties, and now I'm on.
You disappeared again.
I don't know why. I've got video selected, so
Is there tape over your camera?
no, but I do that sometimes. So
Oh my God.
There you are.
hi,
There you are.
hi,
There you are.
No,
Oh,
we can't see you writing on your iPad. With your pen.
right? I'm taking notes.
Or just
Because I
every word
forgot
was
to-
just fuck this, fuck this, fuck
Yeah,
this,
I'm
all the way
taking
down.
notes so I can hashtag things. So
Oh, yeah.
that-
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot to do it last week, even though I had notes. But okay,
Okay.
I'm good now. So
What do
we're
we
all
say?
sober. So I'm drinking cherry flavored ginger ale with water, Topo Chico,
Water.
Shallow, you got water.
Gatorade
I have water with a noon tablet so I can get electrolytes.
Oh,
with a what tablet?
hydrating.
Noon?
I like that.
N-U-N. Yeah.
Comes in a little
NU.
tube.
It's like a
you
little
in?
tablet. Noon.
Who's in you? Who's in you?
We're going to play a game called Who's in My Mouth.
Oh, you have to turn off all the lights first.
Sorry.
Wow.
It's a
Is that like
great party
7
game.
minutes in heaven? Is that-
Yeah.
It depends on whose mouth, I
Wow.
guess.
Wow.
It's a party favorite.
Well,
Maybe
it's so nice outside. We can go to the backyard and play hide and go anal.
Wow.
maybe we'll play that at Halloween.
We're gonna
Turn
need
off all
it. We're gonna need to get some supplies from Diddy's place. Apparently, he's bought all the baby
Wow.
oil and lube.
Baby oil.
Oh, all right, Sally Ann. What are we celebrating?
Oh,
Oh,
hold
no.
please. Let me get
Uh-oh.
out my tablet and look. Well, it is October, so I'll go ahead and just say, what's expected, or October will be tomorrow. Today, I will say, today is the last day of September. I've not brought it up. Today's the last
God.
day. No, today is the last day of Child Cancer Awareness Month, or
Yeah.
Children's Cancer Awareness
Oh.
Month. So
Okay.
I forgot to bring that up. Tomorrow, of course, starts Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
Yay.
As
Which is
the
more
one-
important, breast cancer or children's cancer?
Children's.
Why do we have to prioritize? Aren't they
I
both
know.
bad?
I just said children's because they're kids, like,
Aw.
so.
I mean, they haven't really lived a long life.
So,
The thing about breast cancer is if you catch it early, it's usually very curable or
Right.
treatable or whatever.
good.
But
And
1
kids-
in 8 women will be diagnosed, and that is an alarming statistic. So just
And the podcast is doing free breast exams. If anyone
that'll be
needs
shallow.
any-
Shallow's doing breast
any
exams.
checks, yeah.
So
I think that's assault. I don't think that's a breast.
Not if
exam.
they let you do
they're
it.
going to be a Diddy's
Yeah.
party. It's going to be a Diddy's
I
party.
have
Oh,
waivers
So
they can sign.
freak
It's no
off.
big deal.
it's
Yeah.
going to be a Diddy's party. So it is October, and I would like to say that that is the month when the 5-day work week was first sanctioned in October. It doesn't say what year, but okay. Anyway, here's what's going on. Tomorrow, first Tuesday in October, is National Taco Day, of course, Taco Tuesday. What's everybody's favorite taco?
I like a stick taco.
Steak?
Tofu.
Gross.
I don't have
Taco.
a favorite taco. I
Shrimp
mean, I do,
taco.
but it's dirty. But like, how would you tilt your head to the left or the right when you eat a taco?
Left, I think.
Left.
I usually let the thighs hold my head in place.
Ah!
This is a family show, kind of.
Oh my God. You got to put an explicit
I'm
content.
telling you, we got to put a warning now. It's National Taco Day. Also, on National Taco Day is something that we talked about last week. It's National Pumpkin Spice Day. Get out
Gross.
Boo.
October 1st is actual, and I only bring this up because it's National Hair Day, whatever that means. But I have
Oh.
hair, so I thought, that's
Sorry, Eva.
Sorry.
Does mustache hair count?
Yeah,
mustache. It's
She's not the only one.
all the styles, products, tools, and people who keep our hair healthy and looking its best. So shout out, Katie. That's
Is that your stylist? Okay.
Mhm.
To the stars.
The second is National Smarties Day. Do y'all remember that candy?
The
Oh,
candy?
I love
I like
Smarties.
Smarties.
I love Smarties.
That's what sugar-free Red Bull tastes like is Smarties.
They have been around since 1949.
Timmy
Wow.
likes to buy
Parents
the
always
Timmy
had-
likes to buy the big Smarties. Is that what it
Oh,
is?
we always had the little ones.
Oh, these are the
Size
big ones.
queen.
Smarties. What else we got? On October 2nd, National Name Your Car Day. Do y'all have names for your car? I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Miss
No.
Go
Seeley.
ahead.
Yeah.
What are their names?
Miss Seeley.
Miss Seeley? Miss Seeley. Okay.
Lex.
Lex. That's not very creative.
Lex Luthor.
Okay.
Lana.
Who?
Lana.
Lana. Lana
Del
Del Rey.
Rey.
And
Mhm.
Shiloh.
I don't name that shit. That's dumb.
I've
I've never named a vehicle.
I've never
yeah.
named a car.
named a
I've never
vehicle.
named a
Never?
vehicle either.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Really?
I never have. So that's what we've got. The other thing is that I was going to point out is, the 4th for this group, National Vodka Day. Shout out.
Wait, what day is that? Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Eva, you're gonna be out of town. Oh, you drink tequila.
I don't drink vodka. Yeah.
Andy, it's a
It
date.
makes her angry.
Andy, it's a date.
I'm
Friday.
off for you.
And
I'm off for you that day.
You're off work Friday?
Lastly, the 5th is National Do Something Nice Day. And I just wanted to say that because let's try to do something nice every day, shall we?
We shall.
Shannon,
Okay.
I'll buy you
No,
a
just
drink
one day a
on
year.
Saturday.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I'm-
the 5th for you, Shallow. So
So drink vodka and get
And be
trashed,
nice.
and then be nice the next day when you're hungover.
Well, I'm gonna buy Shannon a shot of drink
On Friday?
Saturday,
No, Friday is the 4th. Andy.
right? But I'm being nice.
Oh,
Ah.
thank you. Okay.
so that's what we got celebrating.
Okay. I'm good with
Unless
that.
y'all have anything, y'all have any birthdays y'all want to celebrate?
Well,
Any anniversaries,
what-
birthdays, shout outs?
My brother's birthday is the 17th, and he will
Okay.
be 63.
So he's younger than you.
Wow.
Don't make me crawl through this line, girl.
Hey,
Is
you
this
know-
since Friday's National Be Nice Day? You can be a dick like every day
Yes,
up leading
the
up
rest
to
of the
that
day.
Yeah.
to get it in. Okay.
And
And
that
they'll
way
just-
people will really appreciate you being nice on Friday.
they'll say, "Why are you being nice today?" And you can say,
You're
"It's a
dying.
Be Nice Day."
No, my-
Andy, I called you a vampire, and you do with that background look like a vampire. I
I
don't.
know, kind of does.
Kind of scary.
I'm prepping for Halloween.
Halloween. It is Halloween
You can-
month, which,
Yes.
which
You
is
can be
like
going to, what was the name of the town in, what was the name of that show? I don't
The
even know.
transvestites from Transylvania.
what?
No, that's your personal collection.
Rocky Mountain, Rocky
That's-
Horror.
The
What?
one in with Sookie in Louisiana.
Oh,
True Blood.
True Blood.
True Blood.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. What's
What was the name of the town?
Mm.
Ask
Bon-
Rick.
Bon Ton?
Bon ton.
Bon
Bon
ton.
ton.
Nice, Andy. Way to
Oh,
pull that
and
out.
today is Fancy's birthday.
Oh, happy
It
birthday,
is. Happy birthday,
Fancy.
Fancy.
Is she having a fancy party for her fancy
I'm
birthday?
sure she is.
You know she's
Does
got
nothing that's
the
not
good
fancy.
china out and everything as usual.
Her daughter just got engaged.
Oh, I
Oh,
bet she's having the
congratulations.
time of her life planning a wedding.
Oh,
Good
sure. And-
Lord.
And Trisha's daughter is getting married in February.
Wow. Not to the same person, right? Two different.
No,
Mm.
two
Okay.
different
Just
people.
wanna make sure. Mhm.
The
Speaking
12th.
of, you know what? Speaking of, go ahead. Go ahead.
I
Eve.
was gonna say the 12th is my nephew's birthday.
Okay.
My only nephew. He turns
Oh.
12
Oh, on the 12th.
on the 12th.
Was he having a quinceañera?
No, it is his last day, his last year in his preteens, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
He becomes
teenager.
a t-
So he
He'll
can
be
start
a
growing a mustache
teenager.
like Uncle Chris?
Yeah.
Every teenage
And wearing a
he
wig.
could have done that.
He
since
does that.
Was 5.
Has he
He's got those Mexican jeans.
has he
But,
turned
okay.
has he turned into a dick yet?
No.
Speaking of weddings, I'm bringing this up because a friend of mine was talking about it. Got a wedding invitation that is black tie. It says on there, men to either wear a black suit or a tuxedo, women to wear a floor-length gown. How do y'all feel about that? Like, that's an effort.
I've been to one. I've been to two. It's nice. I mean,
Yeah.
but it's a commitment, right? I mean, not everybody has a tux.
Are we going to prom?
Well, I
Yeah.
know that's,
But
Yeah.
usually it comes off at some point, like like the whole
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
well, not the suit itself, but like the whole.
But I have a question, Sally Ann. How old is this person, and is it their first wedding, or is this a
yes,
second?
they're young. This is
Oh,
this is-
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're excluding some people maybe because they can't get the tux,
Or they don't want to,
or don't want
or,
to. Yeah. So I mean, it's a
Weed out the
Or I also
undesirables.
feel like you're bringing down what they will spend on a wedding gift if
Yeah.
they have to go like rent a tux or
Mhm.
buy a new suit or
What I would say is if they're going to do the black tie, and my second cousin had one, but it was fabulous. But they went all out on the wedding and the party, and
so it was worth
I mean,
the
they did the whole weekend, so it was kind of worth and it was amazing. But
Yeah, black tie in a church isn't the same.
no,
yeah, I get it.
yeah,
I was just curious.
it's interesting.
It's a conversation I was having earlier. So
Well,
yeah.
even when you get married, are you going to have a black tie or
No, ball gown.
drag
Formal, full length.
wigs?
Lace
We're gonna have
front.
Everybody has to wear
They'll finally
lace
have a
front.
lace front wig.
Oh yes,
None of those cheap wigs.
Nobody will be caught in an Amazon. Well, Amazon has lace front.
The
but,
fact that I know what lace front wig is tells
Oh.
me I've been hanging around with
On this show.
dress up.
You need better friends.
hard front wigs are not allowed, girl, unless you root that bitch.
Speaking of, what are we over? Andy, you go first.
Okay. I am over a couple of people, but I'll just say one in particular. Jada,
Are they on this show?
No.
Chris
Jada,
Landry.
Jada Pinkett Smith. She's
Who?
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What is she
She's a very
doing?
unlikable person.
What is she doing now?
She just
Is this another entanglement?
no, it's just some crap I've been reading about her and all the Diddy stuff and her son. And she sleeps with her son's best friend and and then she's like
Shiloh's interested. What?
This is the kind of porn I watch. Yeah, go on.
She's
God, I'm so sorry.
She is just frustrating and infuriating, and I can't stand her.
Okay.
She bugs me.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not very
You better
likable.
keep Will Smith's wife's name out
Out
of
of
your
your
mouth.
mouth.
Jada Pinkett Smith, bitch.
Who's the
Yeah.
other one, Andy? You said there were two.
Golly, there's so many.
Oh, I thought you had two in mind. Sorry.
No, there's a whole list, but go ahead, go to the next one.
Sally Ann, what are you over?
I am over, and nobody in this group qualifies for this, but I am over because I think Timmy from IT may have one. I'm not sure. I'm over Jeep culture.
Oh.
I have a Jeep.
Do you?
Uh-huh.
You do the ducks and
Oh fuck no.
okay, that's what I'm talking
No.
about.
I had my a neighbor moved in next door in the rental house with a Jeep, and I was like, God, they're gonna want to talk about Jeep stuff.
That's what I'm talking
But he
about.
didn't. Yeah, but I was
Just
yeah.
the obsession.
It's a cult.
It's a cult, right?
Which is why Timmy has a Jeep, because he's part of Shannon's cult. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Jeep, he keeps the Jeep at the lake. Like it's been up there. We keep it up
Yeah,
there.
so
for
it's
a while.
it's a like that's what I'm saying. He doesn't fall into this
No.
category.
It's a whole
What I'm
subculture
discussing.
cult thing. Yeah.
It is a cult for sure.
I wonder how some of them drive with all those ducks on the front, though.
They have ducks and vanity plates. More times than not, they're going to have a vanity plate.
Yeah.
And
Does Kathy listen to the podcast?
No.
Just asking.
Does she do
into the whole
ducks?
Jeep culture?
Does
I
she
don't
have
know what she
ducks?
does.
She
She has a
Ubers
Jeep,
out
though,
so many
does she?
times. I
Yeah.
don't think. When was the last time you saw her drive?
I haven't.
So that's kind of what I'm over. It's just like the whole. It's just like
It's
you said,
obnoxious.
It is. It
Did you
is.
see a lot of them in Austin?
No, not really.
No?
It's just been on my mind lately.
Oh, okay.
I saw some. I forgot where I was.
Well,
And
there goes our sponsors by Jeep. I guess we're not getting sponsored by that car. Okay.
I've got a sponsor for us. Don't worry.
Oh.
Oh Lord.
Remember
All
when
right.
there was just three? The Cherokee, the
Sponsors?
Grand Cherokee, and
Right.
the,
Oh, and like the truck too. Like the Jeep
That-
truck
this
thing
ugly
is
thing. It's
so
ugly.
dumb. Yeah.
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 But
All right, Shiloh, what are you over?
I'm over two things. So I flew Southwest I flew Southwest coming back from Mardi Gras, but like I've flown Southwest like once in the last 10 years outside of that. And they lost my golf bag. I flew back yesterday. I was in San Antonio over the weekend for a golf trip, and I landed and they're like, "Oh, your bag's still in San Antonio."
Did they bring
then-
it to you yet?
No, I picked it up today. If they could have delivered it, but if I mean, I picked it up today and they gave me a 175 voucher, or they deliver it and there's no voucher, so now I have to fly
Okay.
them again. But they actually opened up my bag and repacked it. Like it was packed way nicer than I did it, because I was just throwing shit in there. And it was like packed nice and neat. I was like, this is kind of nice. So over that, and then
What was in your golf? Were there clothes in your
Is
golf
it
bag?
nice that they repacked that they were going through
So
stuff?
it's interesting. So I took a golf trip last year to Montreal, and like like in the golf bag, it's like bigger, and like my clothes or stuff in it. I use it as my check bag. Like my clothes and stuff are in it just to keep the clubs from moving around. So it's like all kind of
Okay.
crammed in there. But last year, like I used packing cubes.
Yeah.
The one that had my socks and underwear did not make it. So it was put in when I left my house, they were in there. When we got to Montreal, they were not there. There was no TSA check thing, nothing.
Huh.
So I freeballed it in Canada. It was pretty
Oh, that's
funny.
what I was about to ask. Were you just freeballing it the whole
or
time?
you could just buy some.
I just wore one pair. I went to the store and bought some. I was mostly annoyed about the socks, but yeah. So like you just put everything in there and it just makes it easy. But yeah, they lost the bag.
Did you freeze your balls like Prince Harry as we go back to season 1 of this?
No,
podcast?
I didn't need a dick warmer. I was good.
I
I mean,
forgot about that.
it was in
I have
August, so it
one.
wasn't actually cold.
I
It was
forgot
cold.
about that.
Yeah, no frostbite. And then I'm over. So I don't know if I told you guys. Actually, I start a new job tomorrow. Yeah. So last day was Thursday, so I was off today and last Friday, and they were paying for my cell phone, and they released the number. I spent 3 hours today with AT&T trying to take ownership of that.
Oh wow.
That's
And they're like, "Oh, they have to release." I'm like, "No, they did." And so like yeah. And I finally found some lady who was on the phone with me for 40 minutes who sorted it all out, but it was a pain in the ass. I'm over it.
Wait,
bless
so sorry. So your old work phone? Like,
So
sorry,
it was my number, like my cell phone number.
But they paid
Oh,
At some point, like a year or two ago, because they would pay for it, I just put it on their plan, so they just
Yeah.
pay for my plan, and then they have to give it back to me because I'm leaving. So I'm in charge of it. So
but
it's
they released your
always been my
number.
number.
Yeah.
They did,
Uh,
and they were like, "Oh, we need to get their whatever." I was like, "Their admin's not going to answer. I don't know who they are." I was like, "They've already released the number. Like, I have an email because they sent an email, and I clicked the link, and they're like, you have to call and figure it out." Yeah, so
That's a pain.
I had to deal with
Yeah.
that a long time ago. The company I worked for did that.
Because
So-
the last thing you want to do is change your cell number because no one will know how to get
Because like when I did it, you had an option. You could do it that way and they would automatically pay your cell bill. Or you could get a second phone that they paid for, and nobody
That's what
wants
I have.
yeah, I don't want
to
to. Yeah, I don't want to.
nobody wants to be that person.
Yeah, so it was great because
Oh,
they
I
paid
have
for my
two
phone, but
phones.
yeah,
I
I don't want
do.
2 phones. Yeah, I've done that. I don't want 2 phones. But yeah,
The reason
so-
I have 2 phones is I like to keep my work separate. And when
Separate,
I'm done
I
with
get
it,
it,
I
yeah.
put it away.
But-
Otherwise I have
You're
work with
done.
me all the time.
Yeah.
the beauty for me is like my company had like they paid for my phone, but my client, all my stuff was through them, so I never got anything on my phone from the client. So actually, I could walk away and it didn't matter. Like
Yeah.
but yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's what I'm over.
Well, congrats on the new job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Daddy Warbucks.
Mhm.
Coach Daddy
Eva,
Warbucks.
what are you over?
I do have a twofer as well.
Yeah.
I'm
Fucking
over,
copycat.
and it goes back to what we just talked about. I'm over 5-day work weeks at 40 hours a week. 40 hours.
You mean like the rest of us do?
I'm so over that.
When do
It's
you do that?
horrible.
Have you ever
I've
done
He
been
did
that?
it
doing-
once. He did it once.
I did it. I
One
did it for
time.
the
One
entire
time.
month of September.
Oh,
Okay,
good
not
God.
not full 40 hours.
You did it
Let's not-
1 week.
Let's
in
not get
September.
let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy. But I worked every single day. It's horrible.
Holy cow.
Bless your heart.
Oh my God.
Has Rick cut you off? Is that why you have to work more hours?
No, and not so much every day as far as like I had an experiment every day. and it's just like it's just like monotonous, just the same thing you're doing.
So you
over
got
and
tired
over
of
and
killing
over.
animals? Is that what you're telling us? You finally
No,
got tired of
I'm not
killing
doing that. I'm not doing that anymore right now. So,
By the way, listeners, Eva's a killer. That's what he does for a living.
He kills cute little lab rats.
I know.
But yeah, I'm over that. But I'm also over, and I saw this on Saturday. Outlet malls. I'm over stores in outlet malls that say they're outlet malls, but they're just that store in an outlet mall, like a regular price store. Ralph Lauren, are you listening? That's basically just a Ralph Lauren store in an outlet mall.
Yeah.
Everything is so freaking expensive, even after the discount. And then they try to peddle this, oh, well, you can get a coupon if you sign up for emails and you get 10% off. Is that the discount for the outlet? Like what?
Yeah, I think outlet malls are a sham. I don't think.
Now there are real ones that had like discounts,
50% off.
Like you go get your bows
off.
and it's the wrong color, right?
I will
like,
tell you, I'll tell you my little part-time retail job that I do sometimes, they have a store at the outlet mall. It's a completely different line. Like it's not, there was a time when it was like last season's things.
Yeah.
No, this is a completely
or like the sleeves weren't the same length because it was a misprint. Yeah.
It's a completely different line they produce just for the outlet. It's not an outlet. You can get better deals in the regular store.
Absolutely. And I'm just not I realized this too. I'm just not an outlet mall person.
Like you snob.
You're not, or Rick won't let you be.
No, not
Can he hear
not
us?
to say that I don't. Not to say, yeah, he's working. Not to say that not to say that I don't like them. I mean, I find deals, but I prefer like a Nordstrom Rack or an off Saks Fifth or off, the Bloomingdale's, that sort of thing, because I know where the brands that I like, and I could go into that area and then just pick what I like and then be done. Because we went to the Nordstrom Rack and I had more fun in the Nordstrom Rack across the street than I did in
I love
the
Nordstrom Rack.
Were you running and hiding under the racks?
Nordstrom Rack is great.
They do. They do.
Rick, come find me under the racks.
And the one up in Allen is actually it's very bougie, a little trendy.
It is,
as opposed to the one on Park Lane. So, but yeah, that's what I'm over.
Okay. I only have one over thing. It's first world problem. But I'm over gas stations that have credit card takers that never work. So it says, please see cashier.
Oh, you
so
have to go
Saturday, I'm like, so Saturday I went to one pump, see cashier. Went to another pump, see cashier. Went to another pump, please see cashier. So I was like, okay.
So you're willing to drive around to pump to avoid going inside.
Yes. So I go in and I'm like, I went to 3 pumps. He goes, oh, the card readers aren't working. I go, how about putting a sign on the pumps that said card readers? It's that one on
the racetrack on Lemon.
Yes.
The one that across the street from Hindor. Yeah, that's the worst.
No, not that one. The one down across from Gloria's.
Yeah.
On Wycliffe or whatever that is. Is that a 7-Eleven?
Oh,
I think it's 7-Eleven.
That's 7-Eleven. Yeah, that's 7-Eleven. Yeah.
And I walk in and the guy acted like it was like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, dude, everybody's having to walk in, but if you could put a sign, just say, please see cashier, I would come see the cashier instead of driving around in circles. But good point, Shiloh. I would have just gotten done faster if I'd have walked in the first time. So.
But then you have to leave your card. And
if you had a better partner, he would give you, he'd fill your car up with gas. You never have to, right?
Wow.
Well, I didn't hear that. What?
If he had a better partner, he would fill the car up with gas and you never have to.
I thought it was a dig at me. Totally
no. That's a dig at Timmy.
He's Timmy from IT, not Timmy from racetrack.
Really?
This sounds like an IT problem. I'd put Timmy over there to fix.
Funny thing, though, he was in the car with me and didn't offer to go in. Now I need to rethink this. Okay, choices. What are you obsessed with, Andy?
Okay, so this weekend, in between sleeping on Saturday, I watched the Menendez brothers Monster.
I heard it's fantastic.
Holy crap. And then I went over to Peacock and I watched that one.
I heard that one was good too. About
Menudo Menendez.
That's what Sally Ann told us about last week, that Kenny had
the racist
one.
Yeah.
Menudo and Menendez.
Yeah.
It's disturbing. There's a whole episode of Monster about him being sexually abused and describing it. I'm like, I don't need that much detail. To
the point, put the parts where he put cinnamon and lemon and
toothbrushes. I'm like, dude, why are we? I mean,
Are you
But-
thinking use something bigger? Or, like, what's the problem with the toothbrushes?
No. But I was just stuck. Like, oh my gosh, next. And
Yeah. Does it make you feel gross though after you watched it?
Yes.
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 Were you sitting there pantsless watching it? Just
Oh
like,
God.
No.
okay.
I was not.
Baby oil.
Oh, that's only you, Shallow.
Yeah.
Oh, and I heard that the baby oil bottles weren't baby oil. They were G.
They
Oh,
were what?
Oh,
G,
G.
the drug.
What's that?
Okay.
for him.
Sally Ann, what are you obsessed with?
Not really anything. I think my new cherry flavored ginger ale. I love it.
Okay.
It's not Diet
awesome.
Coke.
That's
so.
awesome. Okay.
It's
Shiloh?
very good. They were giving away samples at the Cowboys game a few weeks ago outside the stadium, and I tried it. I was like, "Ooh, this was really good." Now my thought was it'd be really good with vodka, but I'm just drinking it by itself tonight.
Okay, so let me interject one thing. Two, the marketing must work if you tried it after the game and now you're buying it. So bravo to that team.
Bravo, Canada Dry. Yeah.
Okay, so on Saturday we went and played pickleball. Sorry to interrupt, but this is kind of a funny story because it shows how dumb I am. Timmy was driving, and before we went to get play pickleball, we had stopped at 7-Eleven to get water, and of course I got Celsius because I'm addicted to Celsius. I need you to sponsor Celsius. It's costing me an arm and a leg to drink all that. So anyway, we get out and we're going to the door, and the Celsius is in the front seat. And I was like, oh my God, I bet this is really good with vodka. And he was like, you mean what you drank all summer at the lake and what you drink during your podcast? I was like, oh yeah, I guess I have drank vodka.
Oh yeah.
And this was before the hidden door, not after the hidden
I hadn't
door.
had a drink yet. I was like, whoa.
Look, just be glad you're not addicted to Topo Chico because it's not to be found anyway.
I guess.
Yeah, it's hard. They sort of golden bottles.
The shortage is
Yeah. Okay, Shiloh, sorry. What are you obsessed with?
That's okay. So, our friend John, who doesn't, well, I guess he's Michael's partner. He's not really our friend, but he doesn't listen to the podcast. But he always he always talks about this place called Ojos Locos.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
And I think we went at least twice, maybe 3 times in my little trip to San Antonio over the weekend. We just wanted to find a sports bar. So I'm obsessed with Ojos Locos. I really thought it was a like a Mexican Hooters, but it's better.
Is there one here or only in San Antonio?
There are some here, yeah.
There's one over off of 35. And
What's the
Yeah,
name?
there's one by the strip clubs off of Northwest Highway. Ojos Locos.
okay.
It's crazy eyes for white people.
Do they
I
only
mean, it's not
play
crazy eyes for white people. It translates to crazy eyes.
Do they only play ESPN in Spanish? What's that one ESPN
So
station?
a lot of that was all on. There's ESPN Deportes, which is sports in Spanish.
Is there a donkey show?
I don't know. We were there in the, like lunchtime, and then we came back in like after having dinner. But like it is like they're in their underwear basically. It was very entertaining. It was also interesting to see the guys who were in there, like trying to chat up the chicks and hit on the chicks. Like one guy, like all the bartenders, waitresses knew him. Like he brought, like his thing was like, "Hey, I brought you guys pizza." Like he had like 2 medium Domino's pizzas for them, which it's a little creepy because he did that. And there's this other guy who sat in there and he had like, I think it's called a caboodle, like that little thing that girls had that like you pull behind and like has all your makeup and shit. It was like a little thing like that had the drawers and stuff. It was pink. It wasn't a tackle box.
What do you have in it?
Like, and I asked when he left, I asked the waitress, like, was that guy selling something? And she's like, no, he just, it's just stuff for them. It's like lip gloss, hand sanitizer, chips, and like little whatever. And I was like, why does he do that? And she's like, I think it's so we'll talk to him. Because all the girls will go over there and talk to this guy. I was like, this is really sad. So I really liked it.
That's like a bathroom attendant, but not
kind of, yeah. Except you don't have to tip them. But yeah, it was interesting because all the random people that were in there like hanging out. But we were in there like twice in the evening. Like they had 3. There was 1 cop and 2 sheriffs in there. They patted us down, checked our IDs.
What?
Yeah. But it sounded like. It sounded like a night. It sounded like all the music that John plays when we're out and he wants to be funny, like all the. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But I'm obsessed with those locos.
Now, are you going to take lip gloss to Hooters now? It seems to work for that guy. Are you going to get a caboodle and? No, you're not there yet. Okay. All right.
No, I'm not at that level of sadness.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. The one time
10 years time,
went to-
absolutely.
Yeah. The one time I went to, this was many years ago, went to a strip club with a bunch of guy friends. The women's restroom was also the dressing room, and there were like no stall doors or anything. So you went in there to use the bathroom, and you're talking to strippers, like getting dressed and stuff, and learning their whole sad life story.
They're just in there to make money for college. I get it.
You go back out and you're telling everybody you've got to tip her. She's, a single mom, blah, blah, blah.
Oh God. All right, Eva, what about you?
I am obsessed with Kamala Harris being played by Maya Rudolph on SNL.
Oh, was it good? Was she good on Saturday Night Live?
So hilarious.
She has her down pat.
Yeah, it's the voice and everything.
Yeah.
The cold opening, she did the cold opening for the season premiere on Saturday,
and
it
was what could be unburdened by what has been.
Yeah, oh my God, she just did amazing. You need to watch it. We'll put the link in the show notes.
It was good.
Oh my God. Said that.
All right, I have a dose on the obsessed with. One of them is these new Cole Haan shoes that I bought on.
Oh, I like them.
Pretty.
They're loafers and they're pretty. So I'm
those are really pretty. Yes.
Right.
They look like those were like, is this a cake or is this a shoe? Like it looks like that level of
they're shiny.
I love it. And I love the bug sole on it. It's very,
I know.
Very nice.
It makes me feel tall. The other thing I'm
kind of
obsessed
butch
with,
too, right?
Yeah. I got to work on that. The other thing I'm kind of obsessed with is the show on Netflix called, and I know nobody's like, nobody wants this. The one with Adam Brody and Kristen Bell.
Oh, I heard it's really good.
Oh my God, I turned it on and thought this is going to be crap, but it's so good. It's so good. You have to watch it. It's a series. There's like 10 episodes.
Okay. Is it comedy?
Yes. It's like a rom-com. But I love Kristen Bell, but now Adam Brody, I mean, hello, Adam Brody. He grew up and he's a rabbi on it, which is awesome. So yeah, it's really good. Shiloh, you won't watch it, but the rest of you check it out.
Yeah, I was watching Monday Night Football while you were talking, so no big deal.
But Kristen Bell can do no wrong ever since.
About looking good. Adam Brody, or whatever his name is, that reminded me. Have we talked about Joshua Jackson?
Yes.
Oh,
yes. I was about to say
because of the Emmys. Helga.
Yeah, I was about to say the teens from the early aughts, late 90s
are now growing
having
up.
A glow up. They're having a glow up.
And there is a small part on there for Leslie Grossman, who is on all of
Mary
the Ryan
Cherry.
Murphy one. But her best is Mary Cherry from Popular.
Mary Cherry.
So, and she's a rabbi on this as well. So anyway, check it out if you like something like light, airy, funny. It's really good. So
awesome.
All right, who's first?
Are we doing entertainment or sports ball?
Sports. Why mess up the rotation? That way I can stop paying attention when I'm done talking.
Okay.
I mean, I love the entertainment segment. It's really
I know
good.
you do. It's really so obvious.
So good.
It's so obvious.
All right, let me find my notes.
Did y'all see Pete Rose died today?
Don't ruin. That's part of my update.
Oh.
Son of a bitch. Why don't you just
edit that out, Andy?
So we're gonna go straight into Major League Baseball. We're gonna start there. I don't know if you guys have heard Pete Rose died today.
Oh no!
I think it just happened right now. He was an interesting guy because he wasn't actually really good. Like, he wasn't phenomenal. He wasn't like highly recruited. He was just a guy that like would not quit running. Would not like his nickname was Charlie Hustle. Like every play was like the last play he was ever going to make. Everything, and so. He leads the league in hits and singles, right? Like singles. He has like 4,000, like something ridiculous in singles that no one else will ever come close to because he would just try to get on base. I think now that he'll probably get into the Hall of Fame now that he's dead. My personal gut is that they were leaving him out. He was banned from baseball for gambling on baseball.
Football.
Yeah. No, baseball. Oh, gambling on baseball. So
he didn't gamble on his games. He didn't bet on
that's what he said, but he did. He gambled on his games. I don't think he didn't gamble for them he never bet for them to lose. But he did gamble on his games.
So he didn't throw a game purpose.
No, he did. He did not throw a game. And this all happened when he was a manager. Like he'd retired until he was a manager. And that's kind of an interesting thing because he immediately denied it. The Major League Baseball did not want to ban him. They're like, dude, just admit you did it. Say you're sorry, and then we're good. Slap on the wrist, we're done. And he refused to do so. And then they're like, all right, cool. Well, you're going to be banned for life. And like he signed that they made him sign something saying he was banned for life. And he was like, oh, he just thought it was temporary and banned for life. And so I think like him and all the steroid guys, I think they're keeping them out of the Hall of Fame while they're alive. Like Barry Bonds will not be elected while he's alive, but I think he will once he's passed. But I have the same kind of feeling about it. I mean, he belongs in the Baseball Hall of Fame, banned for baseball and not. Like he should be in the Hall of Fame, but I don't think they wanted to give him the satisfaction of doing it while he was still alive.
What about?
But that means I wouldn't put it past him to fake his own death.
Oh my God! It's
You're
like
like,
Kate Middleton.
Yeah,
he's the Kate Middleton.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
he's being cloned. I don't know something.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And then I don't really care about if the Rangers aren't playing. I don't really follow or care about the Major League Baseball playoffs. That starts tomorrow. The last 2 wildcard spots for the National League were decided today. The season ended yesterday. We decided today. The Mets and the Braves had 2 games to make up that they hadn't played in the season, so it was a doubleheader makeup game today. And so it was the Mets, Braves, and the Diamondbacks who played against the Rangers in the World Series last year, all fighting for the last 2 playoff spots. And the best thing, the Diamondbacks would have gone in if either the Mets won both games today, or the Braves did. And the worst thing that happened, and it was a split 1-1. And so the Diamondbacks are not in. So the two teams in the World Series last year are out. Yeah. So I won't follow it other than I'll just keep checking to make sure Houston loses because they suck.
And they cheat.
And they're fucking cheaters. That little Hobbit guy they have playing on their team.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Pete Rose died. That's probably good news to everybody. We'll go back to where we started before SAP ruined our flow of sports.
Boy.
Don't edit this out. Let's just call her out. So college football was where we were supposed to start. So Texas, I don't know who they played. SAP, you went to the game. Who did they play?
Wow.
So I would love to actually hear your experience at the game, because like watching it on TV, I was like, Texas looks like crap. Like they are not.
Texas didn't look very good until, I didn't think they looked really great the first half, but then Arch Manning hit that really long pass for a touchdown, and that seemed to kind of change the momentum of the game. I felt
like he didn't play. Arch didn't play awful, but mostly like Texas had 2 fumbles. Like their stud running back fumbled twice. They pulled them. Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I have to say, it was fun. It was hot, but it was a fun day. I'm glad I went.
Were there a lot of Bulldogs there? It's Bulldogs, yeah.
There were quite a few of us there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would say a very small percentage compared to the UT fans, but we ran into quite a few. So, which is good when you're having a bad year,
right? But you're still going to,
you're going to lose. You're playing the number 1 team in the country, so to have anybody show up at all, I think is pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah, well, former number 1. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
So did you go out to 6th Street? Did you stay down there, or did you just go down for the game?
I spent the night down there, but we did not go out to 6th Street.
Okay.
We, as you know, I'm over 40, and
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we started drinking early in the day, and it continued throughout the day. So after the game, we walked and stopped at one of the first restaurants we found between the stadium and the hotel, had some Mexican and margaritas, and then we were done. And I was back in the hotel, showered, and watching the big game of the day in the bed.
Is that a euphemism? Did you have a guy over? You were watching the big game in the bed?
No.
You didn't have a fraternity over? Okay.
Who'd you stay with?
Didn't have what?
You didn't have a fraternity over?
No.
Okay.
No,
a couple co-eds.
No. I was watching football.
You stayed with Kitty?
Yes.
How was Kitty Janice?
Good. We had a good time.
Good.
But we are old, and we were up early yesterday and back by like 10 something. So it was fantastic. We got up, we made our stop at the Kolache place in West.
Oh yeah.
And,
You have to.
as you have to do.
Hey, you have to.
Yeah.
I've been there forever.
That's good.
It's good.
And then the big game that SAP had in bed, Georgia, Alabama. That looked like it was going to be the biggest ass whooping that Georgia's ever gotten. That was kind of surprising. I think Alabama was a little butthurt about the lack of respect they were getting. And then they almost messed. I thought at the end of the game when they had their go ahead touchdown, that guy's running it in. I'm like, why is he scoring? Like, fall down on the 5-yard line, run the timeout, and then kick a field goal and you're good. Like I thought that was going to bite him in the ass. Even Georgia, like they were a big play where they scored a touchdown. I was like, dude, fall down. Fall down on the 5, run the clock out, score, and then
What was the score?
They lost by 7.
I was going to say Alabama was one touchdown.
Yeah, it was like 45-38 or something like that. Yeah. It was just by a touchdown. I mean, it was 30-7 at the half. It was bad. There was a safety involved. It was bad. And
it was a safety. Safeties are always fun because they're rare.
They are, but then you've really messed up if there's a safety. Yeah, and it wasn't even a sack. It was an intentional grounding in the end zone. Those are the bad ones.
Many years ago, Mississippi State got beat by Auburn 3-2 in football. Not in baseball. Yes.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
That does look like a baseball. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
New number 1. As I'm watching the game, I was like, Alabama's going to be number 1. They leapfrogged over Texas, and oddly enough, Texas and Alabama don't play this year. But also they play Oklahoma in 2 weeks and then Georgia, but there's no divisions anymore in the SEC because they have so many teams. So it's just the top 2 teams. So Georgia could, if they lose to Texas and Texas wins out and so does Alabama, it'll be Alabama and Texas in the SEC championship. And there's a chance that Georgia with 2 losses would not make it to the to the playoffs with 12 teams. So I'm excited with the new format to see. I think more games is better. I think they should be doing that. They should have been doing that for a long time. So
yes.
So we'll see. And then locally, good old SMU, which is interesting to me, played Florida State, which prior to them joining the ACC would have never happened. And SMU beat the crap out of Florida State.
Did they really?
Yeah, it was bad. It was here in Dallas. It was bad. And the interesting thing with Florida, Florida State was the undefeated team left out of the championships last year, and basically all their players gave up. They went to the bowl game. They didn't care. All their players are mad. They graduated, they left school or whatever. And Florida State is not good.
They're not good this year.
Yeah. It's just interesting, like as good as they were last year, but they were just so butthurt about not making it to the playoffs. But yeah, go college football. And then Shannon's rocking his Missouri hat. They won.
Play.
Well, then they won by not losing and by not playing.
Right.
So there's I think there's of the top 10, there's 5 from the SEC. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. And then we have the NFL. The Cowboys played on Thursday, which was nice because I didn't have to see them lose yesterday. They did win. I'm kind of over the season. It's going to be a long season, but pretty much everyone is bad. Like there's only Seattle's still undefeated, but there's only 2 4-0 teams right now, and Seattle's playing right now, and they're losing to Detroit. But it's going to be a long season.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really excited I still have my star stuff in the background. I'm excited for the hockey stuff, and that's going to be interesting too because they dropped the Bally Sports, the Stars did, and I think the Mavs are going to kind of go the same route. But so the Stars are broadcasting their own games, streaming. So that's all on Victory Plus is their app. And so I watched one of their or at least part of one of their preseason games, just to see what it was. But basically, like you're just streaming it on your phone. It's free, and then like there's commercials like if you're watching it. But supposedly it's on all of the Apple TV, all that stuff, so you can Fire Stick, all that stuff. So that'd be interesting to see. And I'm hoping more teams go that route because the regional sports thing is kind of dead.
Tyler, I thought we were getting the women's rugby player on the show. Is that happening?
Oh yeah.
I'm still working. She's busy with Dancing with the Stars, so I think even
hashtag her.
This is gonna sound weird, but we're gonna tag team her to get her on the show because that's entertainment right now. Yeah, make sure you hashtag Ionamar.
Okay.
I mean, has she taken out like any what is it called when you're stalking her?
Restraining order?
I don't know what those are. I've never had one taken out against me.
Liar.
No, that is true. That is true. I've never had legal issues with restraining orders. That is true.
All right. Eva. Oh, is that it?
No, one more thing. So WNBA, we kind of hit it a little bit last week. They're in the second round. Caitlin Clark, they lost. The Indiana Fever lost, so they're out. But 49% increase in attendance this year in the WNBA compared to last year. So that's Caitlin Clark. That's
Angel,
I'm a horrible
what's her name?
person. So that's the chick. Yeah,
Angel
thank you. I was gonna say the girl from LSU. Yeah, but yeah.
So did you see after the the Fever lost forget what team it was that they played, was it Connecticut? Anyway, one of the player and the coach were talking about all the racist and things that were being said to the team, not the Fever, but in Indiana.
Really?
And said they had never been in an environment where they heard such things from crowds. And obviously then Caitlin Clark spoke out about it and other players out that, but it was like this, like, okay, Indiana.
Really, all those white people in Indiana are racist?
Shocking.
That's weird.
Yes.
But it was like, yeah, they said it was really terrible. I'm like, okay.
In Indiana?
Yeah. So, and the organization and the players and the coaches all, said, hey, that's not appropriate. So
yeah.
They all
that's where you start finding those fans and you ban them, or you publicly.
Right. That's what they were saying.
Call
like, you
them
got
out.
to take action to get them out of the stand, get them out.
Yeah.
And the other people will stop doing it. So
Yeah. And
yeah.
And in general, like anybody who buys a ticket to a game thinks they have the right to say whatever they want, right? I mean, free speech, I get it, but yeah, I mean,
one guy got escorted. She made a comment to the refs about taking one person out because he was saying things and heckling her, and they actually escorted him out, and he was in the very front.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can't even our own Luka Doncic did that. Had somebody taken out of the stands because he's talking to them. Yeah, I mean, they have every right to do that, and the referees or umpires or whatever will take them out.
Yeah. So Candy, stop being so mouthy when you go to games.
I can't help it.
They can't hear him from the box suites. He's fine.
True.
All right.
Okay, now we're done with sports.
Yeah. All right, Eva.
Go Sheila.
Me.
All right, I'm gonna go on mute and watch the game. You guys go
All
ahead.
right, enjoy Shiloh.
Well, I don't want to start it off on a sad note, but I'm going to start it off on a sad note. Let's talk about over the weekend. We had some celebrity deaths.
Was it Pete Rose?
No, celebrity. Dame Maggie Smith passed away at 89.
Yeah.
Love her.
We love Maggie Smith. What was your first Maggie Smith movie that you saw? Do you remember?
Movie, probably Sister Act.
Yeah, that was mine. Sister Act. But she's been in a lot of movies.
Tons.
She won an Oscar for the Crime of Miss
Jay
Tutti Frutti or something like that.
Jay Brody.
Jay Brody. My Wikipedia page over here just said Jay Brody. But yes, so she lived a long life. She was 89. And recently, the Broadway star Candy, Gavin Creel,
he died today.
He died today. Yes,
we saw him.
Was he the one in She Loves Me?
We saw
the one
him
that we went and saw.
We saw him in She Loves Me, and we saw him in Hello Dolly.
Yes, Hello Dolly.
But he was in the She Loves Me as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. He was young.
48.
And it hit fast. I mean, he got the diagnosis in July, and then
How old was he?
48.
48.
Oh, wow.
He had
What did
cancer.
he have?
He had like melanoma something. It's a long name.
Yeah, it just progressed super rapid in a month.
Rapidly.
And then
he died.
Eva, what about John Black?
And John Black. Drake Hogestyn for Days of Our Lives.
Shocked
Been on the show for.
Now, are they going to but are they going to write him in like he's going to come back possessed?
Right.
Come on, Eva.
I know they should. But unfortunately, so
come back as a zombie.
I still watch on and off. It just depends on who's on at the time. Because they all come in and they leave and they want to do better things. And it's like, girl, you're 50. You're not gonna get a prime time spot. Just stick with your soap opera salary. So he'd been gone for a while, and they basically explained it as he was visiting family off screen, whatever. He has a son that's not on screen, so he was visiting. And then he came back, and he looked very sick.
He did.
And everybody was like, "Oh my God, what's going on? Does he look sick?" And he had pancreatic cancer, which is always, I mean, there's no cure, and it's very rapid. Chemo doesn't respond to chemo. It's a horrible they're all horrible, of course, but
Well,
pancreatic
usually by the
takes you
time they
fast.
diagnose that
Yeah.
with stage
Yeah,
4. So.
yeah, exactly. But
what does the
he
pancreas
actually
do?
produces insulin.
Okay.
There you go.
Were you
The
just
scientist
quizzing him
one.
because he's a scientist, Shiloh?
There's a Weird Al song about the white stuff about Oreos and involves the pancreas. That's the only thing I know about it.
What?
And he's a scientist.
What?
Weird Al Yankovic? No one?
Oreos and pancreas?
Yeah.
What?
It was a parody of the right stuff.
The New Kids on the Block.
New Kids on the Block. So it was called the white stuff, but it was about Oreos. Sorry, Eva, go ahead. I didn't mean to
Oh, and so was the
I'll put myself
I
on
wonder
mute.
if
It's fine.
Shiloh chimes in for that.
Was
Edit
it last
that out,
week?
please.
Was it last week that James Earl Jones died?
Yes.
I think it was the week before. Yeah.
Okay.
2 weeks ago.
He passed away. Yeah. There's been a September.
It was
you know,
the
they
week he
always
lost
pass
our
away.
podcast.
Chris Christopherson passed away as well.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
another one. He won't be bringing nobody flowers anymore.
Edit that out, Candy.
But
A
yeah,
star is
so-
dead. Not a star is born.
Oh,
A star is dead.
a star has died.
Mm.
But then I put on celebrity deaths, but it's not actual person. It's
Lana
the
Del
career-
Rey.
It's the career of a person.
Oh, his movies were terrible anyway.
Zachary Levi.
His movies
What
were
happened to
terrible.
Zachary Levi? I love him.
No, he's
Crazy,
He's-
crazy.
He's gone
nuts,
batshit crazy. Exactly.
We
Schizo.
met him, didn't we, Andy?
Yeah, she must be.
complete. He's an anti-vaxxer. He is become this pro-right conspiracy theorist, like far right.
Yeah.
He endorsed Trump over the weekend.
Yeah.
He's not just an advocate for mental health. He's the actual like poster child for mental
Is
health.
he single?
He is super, super.
Are you
crazy.
interested?
He lives.
He's
he
got
lives
that
in
Shazam
Austin.
money.
He lives
Yeah.
in Austin. He lives in Austin.
Maybe.
So you might
You
find
should
him.
have
But
gone
he's
down there.
I mean, I met him that one time, so
well,
Did you
he
slip him
comes
your
out-
digits? Did you slip him your
no,
digits?
but I'll slide into his DMs.
I mean, he seems
But, yeah.
completely normal when we met him.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
he's missing. There's some chemical imbalance, and I think he was the one that he's been doing the mental health therapy that they've now started doing with ecstasy, or is it where they dip in some
acid?
hallucinate acid,
Yeah.
acid. And I think
What is
you know,
this?
sure, it's
Yeah.
it's just
So
a
I was
new,
like, wait, what?
How do we
This
get
is new-
medicine that's acid? I'm sorry. What was
well,
the
it's this
question?
new therapy that they
Are
have.
they like microdosing?
Yeah, it's like microdosing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's microdosing. It's not-
microdose, and then
yeah.
but there it's used
SAP,
to
write that
help
down.
I am.
release all of your your demons.
But let's go
Uh,
back. Let's go back. Let's talk
I'm
about
taking lots of good notes.
Lana Del Rey
Yeah.
marrying a swamp driver.
Tour guide,
Swamp.
yeah,
What is it?
Oh yeah, like
A
a swamp tour
guide.
driver, right?
What the hell? What the hell?
Well,
Like random.
yeah.
Is she trying to live out summertime sadness?
Is she going to start singing in the swamps?
Oh,
Well,
maybe.
they had only been together for 2 months. And this is nothing like if you're a Lana Del Rey fan, this is nothing like shocking. Like this is not like the
Really?
most shocking thing. No. She's definitely the type to be so fleeting that she'll meet somebody and then like, get married. This didn't surprise me.
Alligator tour
What
guide.
surprised me was that a swamp tour guide I can't even pronounce the name, but Rick was like, well, we all know why. And so
The accent. It was the
Strong.
accent.
Strong like bull. I
Yeah.
mean, he's got the most
Um,
Cajun name, Dufresne.
yeah, that's yeah. But yes, but I love Lana, We'll be there for the divorce.
Just random. It's just random.
Is this her
Yeah.
third marriage?
Oh gosh. I think it's her second.
How old is she?
38, 37. She's getting up there.
SAP, was this the wedding you're talking about that was formal?
No, not in the
This
swamp.
wasn't Lana's formal. Okay.
A black
But
guy in the
yes.
swamp. That would have been a good one.
You could wear short pants so you could walk around in the swamp. Yeah.
But
Wear
Well, you know,
waders under your dress. So
Maybe she liked the way he could wrestle a gator and
I
wanted to
mean-
be thrown around.
no, if he can throw around a gator, what else can he do?
maybe he cooked a gator for her and just
Oh.
just
Okay.
won her heart. But yeah,
Is she
it's,
microdosing acid?
Right.
Maybe
yes.
maybe she met him on only gator, not like only what
GatorsOnly.com.
Gators
FarmersOnly.com. Yeah.
Gators only.
Gator guide only.
Tour guides only.
All right, sorry.
And of course, the Diddy thing is taking over again this week, and
I need him to start naming names.
yeah. So that's what I want to talk about real quick. Is that he was denied bail today, and he's appealing it. And so that's an ongoing saga with that. He's not going to get released with what they got him pinned for, the trafficking and racketeering and all that junk. He's not gonna. He's gonna be staying put for a while.
Is he selling that baby oil that he has left over?
Well, it wasn't baby oil apparently.
It's the same question. Is he selling it?
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
But he's starting to squeal. And I think that's what's gonna be
That's
the
on
turn.
the videos. Oh, sorry. That's
oh, my poor choice of words. I think that's what's gonna make
deliverance.
him.
That's deliverance.
I think that's what's gonna make him enter his redemption. It's gonna enter his redemption era when he starts to squeal, and then he becomes this champion of who the higher ups were. And getting
he doesn't have to say. He just has to release the videos, right? If he starts talking, they're going to find him.
He's still not going to redeem himself
in prison,
because he's a predator.
Bye, Jay-Z. Bye, Jada Pinkett Smith. I will.
Jay-Z's one, and I read it, and of course you can read these things and you can fall down, you can spiral real fast. I read the reason why Rihanna doesn't produce any more music is because she is still under Jay-Z's record label, and Jay-Z being tied to the Diddy thing, and she being a victim of kind of the whole machine.
I read that too.
She's not willing to put out more music at the risk of her, music career.
What happened to Rihanna?
She came out of the game late, real young. She's been around since what, 2004?
Oh, but I'm like, what happened to her? Like
I think she was a victim of all that.
Oh yeah, she's just a victim of all of it. Like there's nothing specific.
I thought her and Chris Brown had like a really loving relationship.
well, and that whole thing too. Chris Brown was part of it.
He was very nurturing. Yeah.
Was very hands on.
Because it's one of those things that you don't want to read the first thing in the morning.
Sorry if we get canceled. Sorry.
God.
So yeah. We'll see what leads up in the next few weeks with that, or the rest of the year.
There's already a special on Hulu, or one of them. I was like, that didn't take them very long to get a special.
TMZ did one. TMZ did one on Tubi, and I saw it earlier when I was trying to find a movie to watch, and it was like, what do we? I wanted to watch it too, but I just can't. I can't commit.
Well, and all the people who have been anti Diddy from the beginning are like, we told you, like,
we told
50
you.
Cent has been
and
against
that's another
him.
thing too, is listening to some of his music. Like there's things hidden in like his lyrics that are, you think, oh, it's very suggestive, but it's actually literal. It's like he didn't shy away from being like sneaking it in. So I don't know. We'll see how it all ends. But I'm with you, Sally Ann. More names. I want to know.
I need to see them all start coming down. So but because it's very disturbing. Like, and I think it's going to be, if he doesn't commit suicide in prison, I think it's going to be very far reaching, the people involved.
I have a feeling since he was blackmailing everybody, if he dies, all that shit gets released, right? I'm sure he's got someone somewhere on retainer who's going to release all that stuff.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I just hope this lowers the concert ticket prices.
Ticketmaster has nothing to do with this, and they're the problem.
I'm sure it does. They're probably providing the baby oil.
And charging,
baby oil sponsored by Ticketmaster.
$37.50 service fee per bottle.
Yes.
So yes.
A little bit of reality news, and this is where we'll end. Is over the weekend, Kim Richards, Kyle, Kathy Richards, Hilton, family, Paris Hilton, all them. She had been in recovery from pills and alcohol for years. I think it was for 6 years now, 5 or 6 years, however long she's been off the show. And she relapsed over the weekend. And not only that, but they put her on a 5150 hold, which is not good.
What's that?
That's a psych hold, right?
Yeah, that's a psych hold. And so they basically have her pretty much probably strapped down to a bed somewhere. I'm assuming. So that she doesn't.
Is that what they did to you?
So she doesn't hurt herself. And at the head of it, there were reports that Kyle Richards is the one that led the intervention. And that kind of, if you know their history, that kind of screamed to me storyline. But I think this season is already done filming. So it could be potentially next season before we
So
get
who's
any of
on,
the
so
fallout.
who's on the psych hold? Who's
Kim Richards. Kim Richards is she's the child star. She was, or they're both child stars, but she was in like Escape to Witch Mountain.
and
she
she's
was
a
Disney-
Hilton?
No, she's a Richards.
Okay.
Kathy Hilton's married to Hilton. They're all sisters. They're all sisters.
Kathy's a sister.
Kathy, yeah.
She's
Kathy-
60. Damn.
Kathy, Kim, and Kyle. Kathy's the oldest, then it's Kim, and then it's Kyle. And they're the aunts of Kathy's daughters, Paris and what's her name? Nikki.
Whatever that
But,
other thing is.
Yeah, the other girls. Yeah, the other girl. But yeah, so that's sad because, you know, every time she would make these rare appearances on the show, because she would still pop in every now and then, she just looks so good, and she has grandkids, and her daughters are all married, and, you know, like I said, having kids. And so there was one episode where she was just so happy to become a grandmother, and, you know, you could just tell that like the new phase of her life was starting.
Addiction is.
Yeah.
What if Rena is behind all of this?
Oh, I'm sure she's.
Wouldn't that be a
laughing somewhere.
twist?
Oh my god!
What if she accidentally
Well, you know
drank
what?
baby oil? I mean,
it's just this is also
possible.
It could be. It really could be because Kenny and I were talking about this yesterday. I think about how these shows, the Real Housewives shows, are just becoming so scripted. Like these reality aren't really reality. They're so forced. Like, let's go to a big party and let's have this party that nobody likes at the party, and then like let's throw things and snatch things and call names and let's all gang up on one person. And it's like, is that really how parties
this
go?
sounds like a day out with the Titans.
I was gonna say, isn't that what yesterday was?
It was like Sunday fun day. Yeah.
Maybe we should get the cameras on us. Get the cameras on us.
We've always said that. We always said that. GoPros, right?
No.
But yeah, so it's but then also a little bit of the Andy Cohen, you know, back in the summer, he was under a lot of scrutiny for basically profiting on these women, you know, and they wanted him out at Bravo and whatnot. It's shocking to see that of the three big shows of the Real Housewives, there's Salt Lake City, then there's Beverly Hills, Potomac, and OC. Three of those have women that have been involved and convicted of DWI. And they allow, and the cameras, that's like before they film, but yet they're all going through something. And all of that, the next one coming up is Potomac, and that's going to be showcasing one of the housewives' fall after her DWI or DUI. And he's just showing everything. And it's one thing to be real, but it's like, can't these people do things in private? But it's also their choice to do, you know, whatever. But
then switch over and watch the Private Lives of Mormon Wives.
Oh, I know, right?
That?
Yes, no, not yet. We haven't
Oh
started
my
watching it.
Lord! You think the housewives are scandalous girls? These are Mormon wives. No, they're already talking about swingers in the first episode. We're like, oh
my gosh.
Yes.
What would Joseph Smith do?
There's a lot of
right?
In the Salt Lake City franchise, there's a lot of talk about underground swinger parties with them. So, but I'll end with Meredith Marks and the Salt Lake City at 50, I think. I have to look up her age, but she's up there. Is going to have a bar mitzvah.
Huh? What?
Yeah.
So yeah,
She converted, and so she gets a bat mitzvah.
Yeah, she's going to have a bat mitzvah. No, she is Jewish. And she wants to, with the crisis going on in the Middle East, she wants to take back her heritage, and she wants to get bar mitzvah. So.
Just sounds like a party theme. Why not just have a theme party?
It sounds like your storyline is boring. We need something
Is that where
for you.
they do the circumcision? Is that what the bar mitzvah is?
No, she wants to have a bat mitzvah.
And
I really wish one time you would actually have something intellectual to say.
A Brit.
That's not my role here. I'm not on this podcast to be smart.
Right.
That's not what That's not what he was brought in for.
Right.
A bris is when they do the circumcision.
Yeah.
But-
and we'll
but the-
leave on. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No,
I'll throw
I
it
was going
to
to
you.
say, and we'll end on my segment on what am I going to take away from this podcast?
No.
Nothing.
There's one more TV show.
Oh.
British Baking Show.
Hello.
Oh yeah, British baking. Oh my god, I forgot.
Exactly.
There's new bakers in the tent. Paul Hollywood still looks
That
good.
looks so good.
Yes.
New or nude? I heard nude.
Paul Hollywood still looks good.
Prue's awesome.
Prue's hilarious.
Yeah.
The Barbie intro theme was hilarious.
I love Allison.
Yes.
You start your bikes.
Yes.
And eat your cake.
And I was very happy they didn't, and I already knew they weren't gonna take anybody out, eliminate anybody.
Week. Yeah.
The first week, because they were all so good.
Mm.
Like, I mean, some of them flopped, but the first taste blind challenge, which they do 3 challenges in an episode.
No recipe.
The middle one.
Oh yeah.
They usually get a recipe with like
that was hard.
And it's usually just eggs, milk,
yeah,
powdered sugar, whatever, And now it's like, well, you get to taste it, and from that you have to bake it. And I'm like, oh god, like this is something you should do to the finalists, not to all of them.
Yes. Very excited it's back. Yay! Very
yes,
excited.
and there's some gays. There's
like 4.
There's 4. Yeah,
One,
homosexuals.
3.
There's at least 3
Yeah.
that they talked about.
Mm.
But yes, every Friday, on Netflix. So,
Oh yeah, Andy, we can't celebrate Vodka Day because we're gonna be. Well, I guess we could do both at the same time. Watch baking show and drinking vodka.
Yeah.
Drink vodka and watch baking shows.
Yeah, you can.
I mean,
well, they release them during the day, like early in the day. So you can watch it.
You can
you
do
can
that for
watch baking
lunch.
anytime.
You can day drink.
But yes,
Andy's
now,
off on
what am I-
Friday.
I'm going to the fair on Friday.
Are you?
Be careful. But yes,
Okay.
so what am I taking away from this podcast? In the words of Anna Delvey, nothing.
Oh, she's still honored. She get kicked off yet?
She got kicked off, and which she should
Back
have
to
never
prison
been
with
on.
you. Oh,
Right.
no.
Eva, are
Back
you
to
watching
house
The
arrest.
Golden Bachelorette?
No, I don't watch that show.
Did you watch The
I
Golden
should.
Bachelor?
No.
Well, Shiloh, you're an older woman. Are you watching The Golden Bachelorette?
I was wondering how to get on it. Like, I don't want to watch it.
As a golden contestant,
I want to be the one. No, as the Bachelor. As the
Totally
after the old
good.
broad.
He likes the MILFs, right, Shiloh?
I think this is a gilf. I think she's
Oh yeah, that's all right.
Totally
if you
good.
got
older
if you got rid of that
older the berry, the
horrible-
riper the fruit.
that horrible beard dye, he'd be a dill.
I have to go back to my natural color. So I can get in there. I can't pass for 60.
Well, your beard with your beard gray, you could. Santa Claus.
Shave that shit off.
On that note,
yeah.
anything else today,
Tuesday,
kids?
Or do you color your beard? Is that what you're saying?
All right, I think we're done for the week. SAP, you want to call us out?
Look at that! Look at that very severe, like right there on the side.
It was dyed today, so it's very.
I
dark.
know. I could tell.
Yeah, sorry, I dyed it this morning. Yeah, it's very dark.
Oh no! Is that
Does the carpet match the drapes?
Hardwood floors.
Oh my god!
Oh
Yeah. And on that note, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, I gotta close that up now. Now that we have a visual.
Oh. There's no. We're off next week. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
What are we doing next Monday night?
Celebrating Friday's vodka day.
Happy hour.
Not sending you the login to the podcast at the last minute.
And since we'll be gone for 2 weeks, if you have any questions for Andy or any dating show applications for Stella, you can send them to ifosh99, ifosh99 @gmail.com. That is, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, Henny, and none of us know who Henny is. So,
Yet.
All right, kids. See you in 2
All right.
weeks.
Bye.
All right.
Bye, everyone. Bye,
Ciao.
fans.
Bye.